Welcome to the realm of your favorite horror storyteller. This video contains multiple scary stories. Be sure to watch until the very end. Should you wish to navigate between stories, time codes are provided below. Also, thank you for all your feedback and support so far. We appreciate it. Now let's get started. Olivia always felt a connection to the winter forest, a vast expanse of snow-covered trees and hidden trails just beyond her family's home. As a child, she'd often wander through the woods, losing herself in its beauty. But her grandmother had warned her about one path, veiled in mist and older than the town itself. The townsfolk called it the Whispering Path, and it was said to have been there long before any humans set foot in the forest. Now a journalist in her mid-20s, Olivia returned to her family home after a decade in the city. While the town had changed, the forest remained untouched. Late one evening, a haunting melody echoed from the woods, drawing her toward the Whispering Path. Against her better judgment, she decided to investigate. Following the melody, the mist around the Whispering Path cleared, revealing a village untouched by time. Homes made of stone, streets illuminated by lantern light, and people in clothes from a bygone era. Yet, none of them seemed to notice Olivia. They were engrossed in a celebration, dancing around a massive bonfire. Drawn to the fire, Olivia saw a figure standing apart from the rest, a woman with icy blue eyes and a shimmering gown. She introduced herself as Ilara, the guardian spirit of the forest. Ilara explained that the village was a memory of the past, a slice of time that had refused to move forward. Once every decade, the boundary between past and present would thin, allowing entry. Ilara told Olivia that she was brought here for a reason. The village, while beautiful, was trapped in a loop, forever reliving the same night of celebration. They needed someone from the outside to break the cycle. As the evening progressed, Olivia danced with the villagers, listened to their stories, and began to piece together a puzzle that spanned centuries. In the heart of the village, Olivia discovered an old locket buried beneath the roots of an ancient tree. Ilara revealed that the locket held the essence of the forest and was the key to freeing the village from its timeless loop. However, unlocking it required a sacrifice. To save the village, Olivia would have to give up her ability to leave. With a heavy heart, Olivia agreed. As she opened the locket, the village transformed. The ancient homes rebuilt themselves. The lanterns turned to modern streetlights, and the villagers, once trapped in time, began to age and move forward. The forest merged back into the present, and the Whispering Path disappeared. Olivia's sacrifice was not in vain. While she could no longer leave the forest, she became its new guardian, aided by Ilara. Together, they watched over the woods, ensuring that the past and present remained in harmony. And every decade, when the boundary thinned, Olivia would share her story, reminding visitors of the magic and mysteries that lay hidden in the winter forest. Perched on the cliffs overlooking the sea, Hawthorn Manor had stood for centuries. It was an imposing structure, with its stone walls, gabled roofs, and tall, dark windows. Over the years, the manor had passed through many hands, each owner leaving behind stories of strange occurrences and inexplicable events. Whispers of its haunted past had turned it into a local legend. Elaine Mitchell, a historian and author, purchased the manor with the hopes of restoring it to its former glory. She had always been fascinated by the tales that surrounded it and saw an opportunity to delve into its history for her next book. Moving in with her teenage son Alex, Elaine was filled with excitement, undeterred by the stories of apparitions and voices in the night. Soon after settling in, Elaine began to experience strange occurrences. At night, she would hear faint whispers and footsteps. There were cold spots in certain parts of the manor, and occasionally, she would glimpse a shadowy figure moving just at the edge of her vision. While Elaine delved into old records and manuscripts, Alex spent his days exploring. In the attic, he discovered a collection of old toys, and among them a porcelain doll with an intricate lace dress and piercing blue eyes. Alex, usually too old for such things, became inexplicably attached to it. He named her Lily and began speaking of her as if she were alive. Elaine's research uncovered a tragic tale from the 1800s. The manor's then owner, Lord Edmund Hawthorn, had a young daughter named Lillian who died under mysterious circumstances. Heartbroken, Lord Edmund locked Lillian's favorite doll in the attic, sealing away her room as a shrine. Alex's behavior became increasingly erratic. He claimed that Lily spoke to him, telling him stories of her past and expressing her desire to be with him forever. Worried, Elaine decided to consult a local medium, Mrs. Blackwood. Mrs. Blackwood sensed a powerful energy emanating from the doll. She believed that Lillian's spirit was trapped within, seeking a way to return to the living world. The attachment to Alex was growing, and if not stopped, Lillian might attempt to take over his body completely. Under Mrs. Blackwood's guidance, Elaine performed a ritual to sever the bond between Alex and Lily. It was a tense night, with the wind howling and the manor shaking as if in protest. As they chanted, the doll's eyes glowed an eerie blue, and a child's voice screamed in anger and despair. The ritual's climax saw the doll shatter, releasing a burst of energy that blew out every candle in the room. When the dawn broke, Alex was himself again, having no memory of his time under Lily's influence. Lillian's spirit was freed, no longer bound to the confines of her porcelain prison. Elaine chronicled her experiences in a new book, which became an instant bestseller. Hawthorn Manor's reputation as a haunted house grew, attracting thrill-seekers and paranormal enthusiasts. But under Elaine's care, the manor was no longer a place of fear, but one of history, remembrance, and respect for the spirits of the past. Emma had always been drawn to old things, so when she moved to the small town of Larksville, the ancient bookshop on Penumbra Street instantly caught her eye. It looked as though it hadn't changed in a century, with its dusty windows and a faded wooden sign hanging above the door. Blackwood & Sons Booksellers. On her first visit, she was greeted by an elderly man named Mr. Blackwood, who claimed to be the third-generation owner. The shop smelled of old leather and parchment, and the wooden floors creaked with every step. Rows upon rows of ancient tomes lined the walls, but one book, in particular, stood out to Emma. It was bound in weathered black leather with the title, Larksville's Shadows, embossed in silver. Curiosity piqued, Emma began to read. The book detailed various supernatural events that had occurred in Larksville over the centuries. One story recounted a tale of a ghostly woman in white, seen wandering the moors, forever searching for her lost love. Another spoke of a cursed amulet that brought misfortune to all who possessed it. However, the most intriguing tale was that of the Penumbra Pact, a secret society said to have been founded in Larksville in the 1800s. The group supposedly held clandestine meetings in the very bookshop Emma now stood in, seeking to communicate with and control the spirit world. Emma questioned Mr. Blackwood about the Penumbra Pact, but he dismissed it as mere folklore. However, her journalistic instincts kicked in, and she began to investigate. Late one night, after hours of searching, she stumbled upon a hidden trapdoor beneath a worn Persian rug. It led to a secret underground chamber filled with arcane symbols and remnants of old rituals. While exploring the chamber, Emma inadvertently triggered a mechanism that sealed the entrance, trapping her. As hours passed, shadows began to dance on the walls, and whispers filled the air. A spectral figure materialized before her, introducing itself as Eliza, a former member of the Penumbra Pact. Eliza revealed that the society had been disbanded after an experiment went wrong, trapping her spirit in the chamber. She had been trying to warn visitors through the book, but had been ignored until now. In exchange for her freedom, Eliza offered to help Emma escape. Emma agreed to Eliza's terms. With the spirit's guidance, she was able to decipher the symbols in the chamber and perform a ritual to free both herself and Eliza. The two formed a bond, with Eliza occasionally aiding Emma in her investigations into the supernatural. Emma eventually took over the bookshop, continuing Mr. Blackwood's legacy. However, with her unique connection to the spirit world, she transformed it into a sanctuary for those seeking knowledge about Larksville's mysterious past. While most visitors saw it as a quaint old shop, a select few, who dared to look deeper, discovered the incredible secrets it held. Well, there you have it, folks. A tale that might just keep you up tonight. If you dare to hear more stories that go bump in the night, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of our haunting adventures. Give this video a thumbs up if it sent a chill down your spine, and share it with those who could use a little scare. Remember, some stories are just tales, while others, well, let's just say you might want to keep that nightlight on. See you in the next video if you dare. Until then, sweet nightmares.